Some people ask why I pause before I start the video. I've mentioned this before. It's really a stupid reason. But if I am looking to look at the responses and I pop up my video, when I first started the channel, I hated to hear my voice. So I thought, well, if I just pause for a while, then I can hurry and mute it before I hear my voice. So from that, I've just done it every time. So I pause it. Anyway, we're in the great state of Texas, visiting grandkids. Well, our daughter too, and her husband, but it's the grandkids, right? It's all about the grandkids at this stage. So we're having a great time. Did the river walk, and it's just beautiful. Weather's wonderful. But I just felt compelled to get on and talk about this Tucker Carlson, his monologue on Governor Cox and Mitt Romney last night. Sue and I watched it as we were getting ready for an early flight. We had recorded it because we weren't able to watch it when it was on earlier. So we recorded it and watched it. And it was so awesome because it's what we've been talking about on this channel for quite some time. What Tucker Carlson and other people don't know and don't realize is this left influence within the LDS Church, or I'll say within Latter-day Saints, within the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so Latter-day Saint leftists have really infiltrated politics in Utah and of course the church. And this channel, we talk about that a lot. And it's so ironic that we just had this awesome general conference and we had President Oaks declare the sanctity of that proclamation, the family, a proclamation to the world, and go through point by point of those really tricky issues now. I don't think they're tricky, but the world does. And he just went point by point by point. And then a couple of days later, we have the most popular cable network show in Tucker Carlson expose the hypocrisy and the leftist leaning leaders in Utah. Now, both of these individuals happen to be Latter-day Saints. And in my opinion, this has been going on for quite some time, where these left-leaning people use the church to promote and to continue their political careers, and they really have a huge influence on the church as well. And what Tucker Carlson didn't realize or didn't report is that the reason these guys get elected in what's supposed to be a conservative state, a Republican state, and then you have these left-leaning, every social justice cause they'll be on it. Big proponents of CRT and everything else that I can't really talk about on YouTube. When you infiltrate the church with that type of philosophy, you are then able to become popular, and then that philosophy flows within the church, and then the church helps you become popular, and then you get to infiltrate your philosophy into the church. And this is what's been going on in Utah for quite some time, and we've seen it. And so you have some of the most left-leaning individuals that have some huge influence. And I've been talking about this, you guys know this, for quite some time. And I think it's just awesome, but it's bad that a national cable commentator had to expose what we've been talking about, where local news won't touch it. And here's a promise. Here's a promise. I haven't seen anything yet, but here's a promise. KSL, Deseret News, I don't know what other outlet, they will defend Governor Cox. And you will see the most leftist-leaning politicians defend Cox and Mitt Romney. And they'll interject religion into this. I promise you. It'll be tricky, and they'll have to do it in a certain way, but they will somehow talk about them as active members of the Latter-day Saint Church, is what they'll say, or the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They'll get that in somehow, and then that will just continue. Their influence will continue in the church. I already know people that attack this channel who will be defenders in the name of the church. They'll be defenders of Governor Cox and Mitt Romney. Now, Governor Cox, the things he's done, it's insane. It's insane. When it comes to all these social justice causes that have come from the left that really tear down a society, and how he's juggling what we heard from conference with his membership is going to be an interesting thing, because what President Oaks said goes directly against what Governor Cox preaches as the governor. And of course, Mitt Romney, in my opinion, has been off the rails forever. And I've said some things about him. I've called him some things, and I perhaps shouldn't do that. But when you're a public figure and when you're an elected politician, if you're doing things that aren't what your constituents want, you should be able to voice your opinion without being attacked like, oh, well, we don't do that as Latter-day Saints. Maybe Christ was wrong when he went after the Pharisees and called them vipers. Maybe he shouldn't have done that. That's not very Christ-like. Yeah, it's exactly Christ-like because it was Christ that did it. So when you see something that you disagree with, and it doesn't go along scripturally, doesn't go along doctrinally with the church, with your politicians that are members of the church, then I think we're totally justified in saying our piece with it. So I'm really glad that Tucker Carlson came out with this. Watch the discussion. The very left media that has not only infiltrated the church, but infiltrated KSL, Deseret News, all that. They're gonna defend. I promise you, they will defend Cox and Romney on this. And there's no honest media in Utah, in my opinion, other than what you can find on YouTube and other investigative reporting, because the local news will defend these guys, these left-leaning, not even left-leaning, they're leading the charge. So that's it. Just a quick video from Texas. I don't know when I'll be able to get another one out here, but I just had to talk about that. So God bless. Can't wait to get back to Utah, but enjoying Texas right here. And we'll talk to you on the other side. See ya. Bye.